So I'm going to talk about my 2024 Norco Fluid FS82. So this bike is phenomenal. I've put 15 rides on this bike and I absolutely love it. The frame is an aluminum frame. It's an extra large, so it's got a 510 reach. It doesn't feel like that. It feels a little bit shorter for some reason. It's my first full suspension bike. We've got a Marzocchi Z2 140 mil travel, 34 millimeter stanchion fork in the front. We've got a Fox Float X 130 mil travel shock in the back. We've got a 200 mil drop Trans-X dropping post. Norco proprietary bars, which are 800 mil wide, 35 mil clamp diameter. We've got a Norco proprietary stem of 40 mil long and a 35 mil clamp diameter also, obviously. WTB grips, which I've put 15 rides on this bike so far, and I gotta say the grips are actually starting to wear. For brakes, we've got the TRP Slate Evo 4-piston brakes front and rear, 203 rotor in the front, 180 rotor in the rear. It came stock with organic pads. From what I read, you're not really supposed to run sintered or metal pads in these brake calipers. For drivetrain, we've got a mixed bag here. We've got a SRAM drivetrain, but we've got SX 175 mil cranks. We've got a 30-tooth chainring. In the back for the cassette, we've got a 12-speed NX cassette. We've got an SX chain and an NX derailleur and shifter combination. For rubber, I've got Maxxis Minion DHF on the front, Maxxis Minion DHR2 on the rear, 2.6-inch width tires. These tires did not come stock on this bike. The tires that were supposed to be stock on this bike were the Continental Cryptotals, front and rear, a 2.5 and a 2.4 front and rear. When they were building this bike, they had issues with the tires, so they had to warranty the tires, and that's why I have the Maxxis Minions on here. So they are set up tubeless, by the way, the tires. And I went with the muck off valve stems because I had those on my previous bike and I really like them. I really like the fact that you have a valve core remover tool on the stem valve cover here, so it's always with you. For a wheel set, we've got the Stans Flow D wheel set. Hubs are the Bear Paws hubs. Let me say, first of all, I absolutely love this bike. There are so many good points about this bike. The frame feels like 100% bomb proof. Like you just plow through chunk for days on this thing. Just feels so burly and stiff, but just, yeah, there's something about this frame that feels so good. I feel like when I'm riding this bike, I feel like I'm riding inside the bike and not up on top, which I can't stand about a bike. I like to feel inside the bike, and I was a little bit concerned that that wouldn't happen because there's only a 30 mil bottom bracket job on this bike. On my ESD, there was a 60. But I gotta say, I'm very, 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 very happy with how this bike rides. It's absolutely unbelievable. I love it. Let me just go over the pros and cons of what I see in my own experience about the components on this bike. First of all, the wheel set. I didn't think it was going to be good, but I gotta say, it's great. The wheel set is good. 5 rides into it, I had to warranty the rear hub. So basically, they took the bearings out, re-greased the bearings, put a new bearing on the non-drive side, and put a new free hub body driver on the hub. Because what happened was it was developing play, and also was making a crazy noise, a terrible noise actually. So they warranted that, no issues. So yeah, the wheel set though, it's been true ever since the day I got it. And like I say, I've only put 15 rides on this bike, but I haven't really necessarily been taking it easy on this bike either. I'm really loving riding it as hard as I can, as aggressively as I can. So wheel set's fantastic. Suspension, let's talk suspension. The Marzocchi Z2 Bomber fork, I've had warranty on this fork already. Again, 5 rides in. The bushings developed play. the lowers on the fork develop play. So that's no good. Spend money on the bike. You want it to work right the way it's intended to, right? So that's no good. So anyway, they sent it to Fox. Took a couple weeks. Got it back with brand new lowers, brand new seals, and the new updated version of the Marzocchi Z2 lowers. So I must say that it's developing play again. After about 5 or 6 rides, it's developing play. But the Fox float is amazing. The shock is amazing. I never feel like I bottom it out. In fact, same with the front. I really like the feel of the Marzocchi. I really, really do. I want to like this foot. But it's hard when you have 2 potential warranties within 14 rides. It's pretty crazy, actually. But this shock, the Fox Float X, was phenomenal. It doesn't feel like a 130. It feels bigger than that. Yeah, it doesn't blow through its travel. It's nice and supple off the top and then just ramps up. So it's awesome. The drivetrain, to be honest with you, I thought this is a garbage drivetrain. I'm gonna have to upgrade the derailleur and shifter right away. And then I decided, no, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna upgrade in the shop. I'm gonna ride the bike stock, like I preached before, and see where the bike needs upgrades as I ride it, as I get more experience on the bike, feeling it out. And I gotta say, this drivetrain, there's nothing wrong with it. It feels like a Dior drivetrain to me, but a little bit crisper on the shifts. Which I'm surprised I'm saying that. I didn't think I'd be saying that about an NX SRAM drivetrain. I'm a Shimano guy, so to be on SRAM is way, way different for me. But I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised so far with the drivetrain. The only thing I don't like about this drivetrain, well, 175. 175 is like gone the way of the dodo, so I thought. It's too long. I am getting pedal strikes. So, and I've never gotten pedal strikes before any other bike. So, one day, these cranks will be GX cranks at 165 mil. The brakes are actually pretty darn good. They're good. I would compare them to something like the Shimano MT420s or MT520s. They're very simplistic, but they do have a toolless reach adjust, and they are 4-piston. Honestly, they stop me pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it is the front brake makes some squawking noises. Squawking noises. I don't like that. But I know if I just take the time and clean the rotor up and resurface the pads and rebed the brakes, it'll be fine. But as it sits right now, these brakes are actually pretty darn good. Again, the TRP Slate Evo brakes, 4-piston. So they're pretty good. They even have banjo connectors on them. So that's like the little details actually for that price point for that brake set is actually pretty good. The dropper's a Trans-X 200 mil drop. This thing has so much play, back and forth and side to side play, and you can hear it going down the trail, and it drives me because I can't stand a noisy bike, and this bike is noisy. It's not a huge concern because eventually I will upgrade to a different dropper post, but honestly, the post is fine. I'll get over myself. It goes down, it goes up. It does exactly what a Trans-X drop post does. It works and it's reliable. It just develops play almost immediately. So it is what it is. Just like any modern bike these days should have 110 mil by 15 mil through axle in the front and a 12 by 48 in the back, which this does for sure. It also has a UDH, Universal Derailleur Hanger. Out of the box, this bike is fantastic. It's spec'd very well. All in all, super happy with the bike. I I'm not so happy with the fork. Um, if it didn't have that bushing plate, I'd be super happy with the fork. It feels nice and buttered. Again, it's smooth off the top and it ramps up nice at the bottom. It does have good small bump compliance. It takes big hits. It feels like big hits for me. It feels like more than 140 travel, just like the Wheel Shock. So if you're thinking about this bike, I wouldn't pass it over. The feel of the bike feels like when you're riding it, it feels like a much more expensive bike. It just has a ride quality that I've never felt before, to be honest with you. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. So drop it down in the comments if you're looking at this bike or interested in this bike. Yeah, I can talk bikes all day. So let me know in the comments what's up. And like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.